Hi, Gemini. Thanks for tuning in. This is Patty Boyle at the Healing Room, and I am doing a forecast for April 2017 for those who are born under the sign of Gemini in their sun, their moon, or their rising sign. I do not believe in coincidence. I only believe in synchronicity. So if you're watching this channel, best believe you were guided here, and then you will at least get one nugget of information that will either put you on path, keep you on path, or will serve as an aha for you in a situation in your life. In addition, if you'd like a personal reading, I can do a personal video like this and send it to your email, or I can simply answer questions to you or for you through your email. I apologize for the late readings. April has been a whirlwind, and I will do my best to at least give you guys the energies that are from this point forward. Okay, I've already done the spread. It's for love, for money, and for health, and we can both take a look right now. Okay, Gemini. So to get started, oh, camera's shaking there. This is our love sector here, okay? So I'm going to read it a couple different ways because these are general readings, okay? And for love, I feel like for those of you in a relationship, I feel like there is, it's a really good time. I feel like you've made peace with whoever your partner is. Your partner may be somebody who just speaks their truth regardless, and sometimes it might hurt your feelings a little bit, but they don't do it because they're trying to hurt your feelings. I feel like they do it just because they say what they mean and mean what they say, and I feel like you've made peace with that and you realize, wow, I don't need to internalize it. It's actually created a nice base for you, okay? And at the same token, again, these are general readings, and I'm going to address several populations that are probably going to be watching this video. So that could be the case, or because you are an air sign, you could be the king of air, meaning somebody who speaks their mind, and you're with somebody who is more grounded and more calm, and they've actually said, wait a minute, this isn't a personal attack. This is just, her being herself, and I love her, and this is great, and we're learning a lot from each other. What I'm seeing here is it's a complementary relationship. It's a relationship where you're both learning from each other, and it's amazing. It's important, and there's a lot of growth here. Now, for those of you who are not in a relationship, it's not the end of the world if you're not in a relationship. I just feel like you would like to be in one, but I feel like you're in a time in your life where you're actually kind of happy in who you are. I do feel like, and it's funny because I got this same card for one of the other signs, the King of Swords. I do feel like there is something on deck. Somebody's coming to, sweep you off your feet, it feels like. Again, I feel like you might be one of those Geminis who is more earthy. Maybe you lean more towards the Taurus side of things. Maybe you're born early in the Gemini sign. So maybe like May 23rd, May 24th. So you may have some Taurian energy, which is more grounding, in which case the Queen of Earth, the Queen of Pentacles could be you. And what's on deck for you is the King of Air, which is a strong masculine energy, somebody who is, impartial, professional, really clever, really intelligent, but doesn't drop into their heart center right away. But it doesn't minimize them because they're amazing. So however you cut the pie, you are either in a relationship that's wonderful and complementary, okay, and you've actually finally made peace with the idea that this person is different than you, Either they're too sensitive, or they're too blunt. But either way, whatever one, because if you're the king of air, that means maybe you just, you're blunt. You say that you speak the truth. Or if you're more like the queen of earth, you are more like internal and, more introverted, and the person you're with is more blunt. But you've made peace, and I'm going to be honest with you, this is a wonderful nesting environment. Like, this feels like a union that's really strong and solid. If you're not in a relationship, I feel like everything's fine. Now, this is another way to read it as a queen of earth. You're in a place right now where you're really happy with who you are. You're proud of yourself. You've done a lot of things that, you've taken chances and succeeded. And if somebody comes, it's fine. If not, it's not the end of the world. But I feel like somebody is on deck to come in. Okay, I'm just saying that. And so all you have to do is continue being cool, being happy, doing your thing. And you're just going to stumble across them. You don't really need to do anything. Now, if you're the king of air who isn't with somebody, I feel like whoever is coming for you is going to be somebody who is a very grounded, very kind of home-based, domestic type person, whether it's male or female. And it's really going to ground you, and it's going to feel really good. So in other words, either way, you feel good in your skin right now. And if you're not in a relationship, something's coming. If you are in a relationship, it's going to the next level. As far as your money/work, you're in a time period now where, you know what, these cards are all crooked, so I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm sitting crooked, so hilarious. Okay. Okay, we'll get it together. It's funny. All right, here we go. Part 2. All right. So, work/finances. All right. 8 of air, undercurrent, Knight of fire. Okay. 8 of air, 8 of swords, Knight of fire, Knight of wands. Okay. So here's what's going on. You feel kind of trapped at this job you're at. Okay. It's almost like it's just familiar, but it sucks. You're just doing it for the money, and you're doing it because people, expect you to pay bills. You have people leaning on you, and so you're just staying at the job because, creditors and people are leaning on you. The undercurrent is you're ready to go. Okay. And I'll be honest with you, I feel like you should go. Okay. And this is bubbling up in your soul. And the universe is kind of like, we want you to move forward. Come on, get out of this, get out of this, get out of this. Because it's already served its purpose. It's done. Okay. And this fire in your belly to move forward and to go into something new. Also understand that the Knight of Wands is pretty guided. Okay. Wands are really guided. They're inspiration from above. So wherever you feel guided to go, you open a newspaper and you see an ad, go. You go on Craigslist, you see an ad that you go, huh, go. You read a book and it brings up a topic of maybe a type of work that you've always wanted to do, try it. Okay. Your intuition is very heightened this month. Okay. And this job is done. You don't want to stay here any longer. Okay. And your finances are at a stalemate because of it. Okay. You're just getting the same amount of money. It's not meeting your needs. Your goals aren't where they want to be. So this month, it's like, you're turning things over. And this Knight of Fire is actually a saving grace. And I feel like by the end of this month, you will have a prospect, which is really, really positive and a huge step up in your finances and in your work life. Okay. Now, if you're not working right now, it means that you are it's time for you to start. You have this feeling in your belly too. All right. Again, whatever hits you get from your intuition, trust them. If you feel like, oh, it's too much of a hassle, who cares? Do it. This hassle is going to lead to something great. If you are drawn to something because you really like it, you like the idea of maybe working for, I don't know, working in a hospital, working in a restaurant, working at a certain retail store, Maybe you're a natural healer, but you never really got into it. You want to learn Reiki, do it. All this stuff. Whatever has been on your mind, don't work the dead end job anymore. All right? Just to please the creditors, the family members who have their, hands out, like, where's my $300? Whatever, like, bye. It's all about you. You have, a piece of God in you that really wants to be quenched. And I'll be honest with you, it's going to happen. This wins. Knight of Fire has a heck of a lot more strength than the Eight of Air. Okay? So follow your gut. You are destined for a nice windfall, a promotion, or a brand new job. If you're not working right now and you're just kind of like spinning your wheels at the Eight of Air, which is the Eight of Swords, which is also the card of feeling trapped. So maybe you're collecting unemployment, or maybe you're not even collecting unemployment. You just feel trapped. Maybe you don't work right now and you're like, how am I going to make ends meet? Like, I haven't been out in the workforce forever. Just close your eyes. Think about what you liked to do when you were younger. And then say, I can make that into an occupation. I can do that. Or I can at least start doing it as a hobby. Or, what I always tell people, go on Craigslist and just go through peruse the whole thing and see what jobs make you go, huh, give it a try. You have nothing to lose. Life is short, Okay, so it's going to, by the end of this month in April, you will be on a better path. All right. Your health. So, again, it seems like people are having breakthroughs in their health. I think that you have been disregarding your health for a while. Okay. Ace of Air, Ace of Swords, which means great triumph after great tribulation. I feel like you've had, I don't know whether headaches or sicknesses, but you've been sick. Now, I don't know if it's just lethargy, like being fatigued, being like, always getting migraines. Like, it could be small things. It could be big things. Okay. You are finally listening to your intuition, High Priestess. You Geminis are, you're psychic. You really are. You're so from the heart. Geminis are just all heart. So you're very connected to your heart. Even though you're an air sign, you're mutable. You really care about how everybody feels in the room. It's very important to you. You naturally listen to your intuition, but let me tell you, it's really heightened this month between the Knight of Fire and the High Priestess. You're really connected, and you literally have figured out how to improve your health, how to improve your energy, how to just feel better in your own skin. You have done this. It's you. It's been all you. Okay? Ace of Air. Let me read what Doreen Virtue writes on the card. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Brilliant new ideas and inspirations. Seeing the truth of a situation. A challenging beginning. Now here, for me, Ace of Swords. Now, let me tell you something about tarot. Tarot is 80% interpretation of how your reaction is when you see the card, and 20% about the symbolism, about the ancient symbols. And when I look at the Ace of Air or the Ace of Swords, forgive me, it always means great triumph after great tribulation. So you've been plagued with things. They could be small things, or they could be big things. But let me tell you something. You've triumphed. This month, you figured it out. You followed your intuition. Now, it may have been as simple as, you know what? I want to go to that naturopath. You know what? I want to go to that other doctor. You know what? I'm not going to eat that anymore. Or you know what? I'm not going to drink anymore. I'm not going to, go out and, smoke that much weed anymore. I'm not going to just sit around and eat Cheetos, for 3 hours and watch Netflix marathons. I mean, there's a place for that, of course, but what this is saying is that you've really taken it seriously, and guess what? The universe has dropped in the answer, and you are listening to it. So happy days are here again, okay? Your health is completely on the uptick, all right? So things are really looking good for you guys. You know, the relationship sector, which is also the relationship with yourself, is improving. I think you've become very proud of yourself, and you have a right to be proud of yourselves. Um, guys are amazing. You're so helpful, and you're so bright, and you're so, you know, you're just a pleasure to, when you're in the room, like, you're a joy. Okay. Um, and everything is actually completely, the area that you really need to work on is the money/work, but it's already in your belly. You really don't have to work on it. I don't need to give you any advice here, because again, you guys are like the high priestess this month. You guys already know. My advice to you through all of the helpers I called upon is this. Please follow the guidance in the small signs that you see. Okay? It could be something that you see on a billboard. It could be something you see, in a newspaper. It could be, something you see on a television show, that kind of says, you know what, I really always wanted to try to learn that. I always wanted to be a lawyer, be a doctor, be a teacher, be, a counselor, be a life coach, be somebody who does metaphysics, be whatever. This is your time. So we need to get out of this job here, this one that's creating the Eight of Air, okay, Eight of Swords, and just muster up your courage for the new beginnings, because the new beginnings are going to trump this. And if you're not working right now, follow your heart. All right, you have information coming in. All right, it's coming. You literally know. You kind of know. You kind of know where you want to go. And I almost feel like, I know back and forth it's hard with Geminis, because you guys, sometimes too many choices are as bad as none at all. But just take the first one. All right, just take the first one and then follow from there. Okay. You learn what to do by what not to do. So you try that first job that made you go, you interview for that. I'd like to do that. And maybe it doesn't pan out. But you know what? Maybe the guy's like, oh, wait, I know somebody at this job that you're more suited for. I know this lady who works over here. Like, when you do things, when you follow your heart, as Bashar says, it's a self-contained toolkit. So let's just say you're interested in, maybe working for, I don't know, maybe you've always been interested in being like a drug and alcohol counselor. Okay, and you don't really need a ton of experience. So you apply for it, because, you're taking the advice here, and you're like, you know what, I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to help people who are down and out. You go to the interview, and the guy says, to be honest, I've kind of, we've already made our decision. Thank you for coming in. However, you're really, you look like you'd be a great candidate for my friend Susie, who works over here, and she's a counselor, but she, works with kids from broken homes or whatever. And you just seem like the type who would be great with that. Do you understand? So following your joy, following your prompts, following your intuition, following your hits will always lead you to your path. And sometimes it'll take you like around corners in a zigzag way, but you get there. And matter of fact, you get there more directly than if you just tried to use your head. Your heart will always get you there faster, but it might be in some weird convoluted way that you can't see, because, you're not able to see around the corners. But I feel like your job situation is going to improve greatly, and you're going to be really happy in it. And it's going to be something that really fulfills you. You're going to really like where you're at, where you're going to be going. Okay. So, all right, Gemini. So I hope that helped. I thank you so much for viewing me on this channel. If you'd like a personal reading, again, just get in touch with me. My email address is thehealingcrystals@gmail.com. And again, I can do a private video like this, or you can just type a question through email, and I can just type an answer back. I look forward to doing readings for you guys in May, and I wish you a very wonderful April. Thanks.